Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Shabbat Family Jam.
Shabbat Shalom. Chodesh Tov.
So excited. Mike Witman, Director of Family Life and Learning. To my, or I guess in the middle of your screen, you have
Rabbi Weintraub. So nice to see everyone who's joining us.
And to the right of her screen, we have the infamous.
I'm Michael Harlow, music educator.
And special guest tonight, we have Ben Korman joining us on bass. Give it up for
Welcome, Ben.
Hey.
So while we normally do the interview question amongst everyone here, this month, in addition to being Black History Month, February is also Jewish Disability Awareness, Acceptance, and Inclusion Month. And because of that, we thought it was appropriate to bring, we have an amazing inclusion coordinator here at B'nai Jeshurun, Toby Franklin, who's actually going to answer our interview question for this month via Zoom. So I'm going to ask the question, and Toby's going to give us the answer via Zoom. And so here's our interview question. Toby, what is Jewish Disability Awareness, Acceptance, and Inclusion Month?
So since 2009, as you said, Jewish Disability Awareness, Acceptance, Inclusion Month has been an annual observance, and it's really a united effort among Jewish communities and organizations worldwide to raise awareness and foster inclusion of people with disabilities. I think of it as really a starting point or a jumping off point because inclusion is something that should be ongoing.
Thank you so much, Toby. So the question we have for you is, given that we are thinking about this, you are thinking, but we are all thinking about this all year long, and we're heightening it this month. What are you most excited about in terms of inclusion here at BJ?
So Kadima at BJ has partnered with ADI, which is Israel's most comprehensive provider of rehabilitative and residential care of children, adolescents, and adults with severe disabilities. And ADI has created a special educational program to teach students about disabilities and inclusion, first in Israel, and they started to pilot on this educational program in the United States in Jewish day schools, and we are actually the first supplementary religious school that ADI has partnered with, and we're really excited because we started February again to launch it, given that's Inclusion Month, to pilot the program in 4th grade, to start the conversations about inclusion and raise awareness of individuals with disabilities, both disabilities that are seen and those that aren't, and to engage our students in thoughtful discussions, and hopefully to become allies for individuals with disabilities in the future.
Toby, thank you so much for joining us for Shabbat Family Jam. I also just want to quickly acknowledge we have an inclusion task force led by Toby of Melina Diane, David Rosenmeyer, and Barry and Elaine Waldman, who have been doing this work for the past year and a half now. So thank you for all of the work that you've been doing and thinking so intentionally about how to make this a place of warmth and welcome for everyone.
Our pleasure.
Thank you. So beautiful. So what a beautiful way for us to get into our Kabbalat Shabbat tonight. And we'll start with Romemu, right, about lifting up. And I love the idea of really lifting up, right? Both just thinking about who we want to bring into our community and being a welcoming and opening community. And what better way to do that than through song, right? We can access song, we can be together, we can, even if we can't hear each other's voices, we know that you're all singing along with us on the other side of the screen, wherever you are. So we ask you to raise your voices as we sing Romemu and raise our joy to God and to Shabbat.
Adonai
beautiful. I love seeing those who are joining us on Zoom, just seeing the dancing and singing and just picturing everyone else who's joining us with their dancing and singing. And I want to wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom. We started by saying we're talking about the month of February, which we are in the month of February, and we know this is Black History Month and also Jewish Inclusion and Disability Month. And it's also, we're starting another new month. I know we're talking a lot about months right now, but we're going into the new Hebrew month of Adar. So we know that as Jews, we go by the moon. So right now, we're at the very beginning of a new month, so we actually have no moon tonight. If you go outside, if you're able to see the moon from wherever you are, in New York City, sometimes that can be a little hard, but there's not going to be any moon. And we're starting the month of Adar. We're in Rosh Chodesh Adar, so we say Chodesh Tov also, have a good new month. And the month of Adar is known for a very special holiday that we have. And I can just see, does anyone know what holiday is coming up for us? And I'm looking around, I'm starting to see some fun things around me, but what holiday is coming up? Anyone can call it out. You might have some clues from some of the things that we're seeing.
Is it Hanukkah?
No, but I like the lights going on there, but we're not at Hanukkah, no.
Are you sure?
Any other ideas here? Any other
Michael?
ideas?
Any other
Oh, I
ideas?
see hands being raised. Anyone who's on Zoom, just scream it out. I can read your lips, so I want to see, what holiday are we coming into? I see it. Let me see. Oh, I saw a lot of Purim. I saw that. I love that. Purim. Everyone can say we're coming to the holiday of Purim. We have a couple of weeks. We can't wait to celebrate with you. And the rabbis tell us that when the month of Adar comes, when we go into this month that we're in right now, they say, Marbim b'simcha, that our joy is raised, right? Our joy goes up. We go up in our joy because we're so excited that the holiday of Purim is coming up. It's a happy time. And so I was thinking about this, and I wanted everyone to just take a moment to think about, when is a time for you that you feel the happiest? When is a time for you that you feel the happiest? And if you want, you can turn to somebody next to you and share that, if you want to just reflect on it. But as you're thinking about it, I wanted to share, I was thinking a little bit about it. And I was thinking, for me, and it goes with the idea of inclusion, I feel the happiest when I'm with people in community, and when I feel like I'm giving and that people are giving to me, and that we're really in a relationship, that we're in a deep relationship of happiness and joy. And I was thinking about Purim, right? We have different things that we need to do on Purim. One of those things is giving gifts to people that we love. We give mishloach manot, we give treats, we give humintashen. Maybe anyone has their favorite flavors. I'll tell you mine's chocolate if anyone wants to make some for me this year. I love the chocolate ones. And the other thing that we do, we don't only give gifts to the people that we know in our community, to our friends, to our family, but we also give gifts to people who are in need. And we turn to people and we say, you're also a part of our community, and thinking about inclusion in a very different way. But I think as we go in and as we think about the month of Adar and we think about joy, I want us to think about the times we feel the happiest, and also how we can make other people happy and how we can bring that joy into people's world. And another thing that we do, right, to be happy on Purim, of course, is that we wear our costumes. So I want to invite, if anyone has their costumes with you, this isn't going to be my Purim costume, but this is just my Shabbat Purim costume that I have ready here. So as we go into Purim, we're going to sing a little bit of joy. We're going to bring some joy into our houses. So I want to see some singing and dancing from wherever you are as we sing Misha Nichnas Adar, that we are happy as we go into the month of Adar. So we say, Misha, 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 Misha Nichnas Adar.
Shemi, 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 ichnas adar. Shemi, 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 ichnas adar. Mi shemi ichnas adar, marbim besimcha.
Go up in joy.
Mi shemi
and not only, right, we sing about joy, but because it's Rosh Chodesh, we say Hallel, and also in Hallel, a special prayer that we say extra praises because we're so excited, and one of those is that we sing about how today is the day that God made for us, and we will rejoice and be joyous, we'll be happy on this day. So we're going to sing the words to this. It's Zeh Hayom Asa Adonai Nagila V'nismecha Bo, that we'll be happy in it, and I want to see those happy, shining faces as we go into Adar, as we celebrate Rosh Chodesh Adar.
זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
עשה אדוני. זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
עשה אדוני. נגילה,
נגילה,
ונשמחה,
ונשמחה,
נגילה ונשמחה בו. נגילה
נגילה,
ונשמחה,
ונשמחה,
נגילה ונשמחה בו. זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
עשה אדוני. זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
עשה אדוני. נגילה
נגילה,
ונשמחה,
ונשמחה,
נגילה ונשמחה בו. נגילה
נגילה,
ונשמחה,
ונשמחה,
נגילה ונשמחה בו. One last time, זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
עשה אדוני. זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
זה היום,
עשה אדוני.
So beautiful. It really feels like this is the day, right? I feel like every day might be the day that we get from God, right? We can be joyous, we can be happy on every day, but especially on Rosh Chodesh, and especially on Rosh Chodesh Adar, do we bring in that joy. So it's really, I feel the energy. I'm feeling everyone's joy and energy, the dancing, the singing, and we're going to continue with a little bit of gesher. So we're going to think about going back to the idea of joy being connected to inclusion and making sure everyone is seen, whether or not it's something that we know is happening with them, or maybe it's something that's more hidden, as Toby was saying, a disability that we might not be able to see. But we say the whole world is a very, very narrow bridge, and we're all in it together, right? All of us are here together, and we're including everyone in that joy, in that celebration, as we sing Kol Haolam Kulo, Gesher Tsar Me'od.
כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר והעיקר לא לפחד, לא לפחד, והעיקר
לא לפחד כבר,
לא לפחד, כל העולם כולו, כל העולם לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד, don't be afraid. והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר מאוד.
So beautiful. We'll continue by bringing in those who we want to send healing toward, right? Thinking again about expanding our circles, bringing in our loved ones, our family members, the entire world, right? We know that we're getting closer. We have our vaccine is out, but we know there are still people who are struggling with physical illness, with mental illness, and so we want to bring those people into our hearts, and we send to them healing as we sing Ana Elna, which is actually one of the lines that we start Shabbat with, right? We sing this in Yadid Nefesh as we start Shabbat. So we're bringing in that healing energy for everyone, right? Maybe for ourselves, our loved ones, for our community, and the entire world.
Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Rifanada. Ana
Announcements. Announcements. Boom, shaka, boom, shaka, boom, shaka, boom, ba-da. No, it's not how your camp
didn't
did
You
it.
lost
know
me
it.
there.
I did not know that one.
No, you don't know that one?
Boom Shaka.
Speaking of announcements.
Speaking of announcements, we're so excited because tomorrow, drum roll please, you can join Michael Harlow and Rabbi Becca tomorrow for Kulanu
All right.
Fun continues.
at 10:30 a.m. on Zoom.
Yeah.
All right, so let me just tell you a little secret. If you think Shabbat Family Jam is fun, you haven't tried anything until you've been to Kulanu with Rabbi Becca and
Woo.
Michael Harlow. So, I mean,
Correct.
I hope to see you all there tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. for what I'm sure will be a
great time.
rockin' Shabbat morning.
Always.
Also, tomorrow morning we have family services for ages 2 to 7-year-olds. 11:15 a.m. on Family Life and Learning Facebook Live with our artist in residence Shira. We have, weather permitting, our first ever and hopefully last to some extent walk through Purim block party Sunday, February 21st, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And how this works is there are half an hour slots, and your family unit or members can come and really kind of walk through this cool party. There are lots of surprises, amazing music. Our own music director, Don, has put together an amazing trio. So I highly suggest signing up. The last time slot is actually already full, so sign up after Shabbos. Also, our young families Megillah reading is Thursday, February 25th at 5:45 p.m., followed by our first ever high school musical
Woo.
spiel. High school musical spiel.
Woo woo.
Those BJ Theater Company kids under Emma Miller,
Amazing.
I mean, just knock it out of the park every
amazing.
time.
Every time.
So we hope
can't
to
wait.
see you for all of those things. Rabbi Becca, what are you most excited about in the list of all those things?
Oh my gosh. I don't think I can pick just one thing. I'm excited about everything, and I'm just so excited that it's Rosh Chodesh Adar, so that Purim and all these amazing things are coming up. But I'll say, what about Kulanu tomorrow? Because that's the most immediate. But then after that's done, I can be excited for the next thing.
So it's the excitement just keeps on
Exactly,
growing
it just
and
keeps
growing
growing.
and growing.
Marvim v'simcha. I keep rolling in the
It's
in the
amazing.
joy.
It's amazing. Speaking of excitement growing, I know this is a new ditty we tried last time, and it's worth giving it another shot. What do you think, Michael?
Let's do it.
I think so. A lot of people have learned it at Kadima this week, so hopefully you're a little more familiar with this song now. We'll sing it together. Lo alecha. Lo alecha, lo alecha. Hamelacha ligmor. Lo alecha, lo alecha ligmor. Lo alecha, lo alecha. Hamelacha ligmor. Lo alecha, lo alecha ligmor. Velo ata ben chorim lehibater mimena. Velo ata ben chorim lehibater mimena. Lo alecha, lo alecha. Hamelacha ligmor. Lo alecha, lo alecha ligmor. Lo alecha, lo alecha. Hamelacha ligmor. Lo alecha, lo alecha ligmor. Velo ata ben chorim lehibater mimena.
We can see you clapping out there. Come on.
Velo ata ben chorim lehibater mimena. Lo alecha. Take it, Ben. Lo alecha. Lo alecha. Lo alecha. Lo alecha. Lo alecha. Lo alecha, lo alecha. Hamelacha ligmor. Lo alecha, lo alecha ligmor. One more time. Lecha, lo alecha. Hamelacha ligmor. Lo alecha ligmor. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom and
Shabbat
Chodesh
shalom.
Tov.
Chodesh Tov.
To everyone. Happy
Thank you,
Tomorrow
Ben,
for
for joining
Kulanu.
us.
Thank
Wonderful
you,
to have
thank
you here.
Can we do one more round of Misha Nichnas just to get us going? a little bit?
Absolutely.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the energy. I just don't want it to end.
Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Misha Nichnas Adar, marvim besimcha. Misha Nichnas Adar, marvim besimcha. Wishing everyone an amazing Shabbat, an amazing Rosh Chodesh, and an incredible Adar, a happy, wonderful month ahead to everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat shalom.
See you tomorrow, 10:30.
Yeah.
Bye.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Chodesh Tov.
חודש טוב.
We entered the month of Adar. מי שנכנס Adar מרבין בשמחה. When Adar arrives, we increase in joy. And so let's try to dig for the joy in our soul. As we begin with Yedid Nefesh, our tefillah, let's make it joyful in spite of the fact that we're not all together and the joy is not obvious. It's not on the surface, but let's find it within ourselves, within the soul. The opportunity to celebrate the arrival of this month, which will bring us into Purim, and Purim will later bring us into Pesach, and Pesach into the spring. And so let's have this tunnel vision that allows us to see what's ahead and to rejoice and to celebrate also what's right here and right now. Page 10, Yedid Nefesh.
אל רצונך, ירוץ עבדך כמו הים. שישתחווה מול הדרך, כי ערב לו ידידותך, מנוף עצוב בכל פעם.
הללויה, 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 הדור נאה זיו העולם, נפשי חולה טהרתך, ענה ארנה רפן עלה. בהרות לנו עם זיווך, אז תתחזק ותתרפק, והייתה לך שפעת עולם. נרילה ונשמחה בך, shall be glad and will rejoice with you. Please God, we'll all rejoice soon. Page 11, לכו נרננה, page 254 in שים שלום. לכו נרננה לרונה, נעריה לצוי של, לקדמה פנה בתודה, בזמירות נעריה לו, לכו נרננה לרונה, נעריה לצוי של, לקדמה פנה בתודה, בזמירות נעריה לו. כי אל גדול אדוני ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים, אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ תועפות הרימו. לכו נרננה לאדוני, נעריה לצור אישנו, נקדמה פנה בתודה, מזמירות נריע לו.
עד שלא יעמדו עשהו, ויבש את ידיו יצרו, בואו נשתחווה ונקרא, ונברכה בפני אדוני עושנו.
ונרנן על אדוני, נהריה לצור אישנו, נקדמה פנה בתודה, מזמירות נריע לו.
כי הוא אלוהינו ואנחנו עם מרעיתו וצאן ידו. היום בקולו תשמעו.
לכו נרנן על אדוני, נהריה לצור אישנו, נקדמה פנה בתודה, מזמירות נריע לו. תקשו לבבכם, אל תקשו לבבכם כמריבה, כיום עשה במדבר, שניסוני אבותיכם וחנוני, גם ראו פעולי. לכו נרנן על אדוני, נהריה לצור אישנו, נקדמה פנה בתודה, מזמירות נריע לו.
40 שנה קוד בדור, בעולם טועה לבבם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי להפי, אם יבואו למנוחתי.
לכו נרנן על אדוני, נהריה לצור אישנו, נקדמה פנה בתודה, מזמירות נריע לו. לכו נרנן על אדוני, נהריה לצור אישנו, נקדמה פנה בתודה, מזמירות נריע לו.
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ.
שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו.
ספרו הגויים כבונו לכל העמים.
נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומול מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים, כי כל אלוהי העמים אלוהים, אדוני
שמיים בסתר.
נבהה לפניו, עוז ותפארת למקדשו.
אהבו לאדוני משפחות עמים,
אהבו לאדוני כבוד ברוך.
אהבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, שאו מנחהו לחצרותיו.
השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, כאילו מפניו כל הארץ.
אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, הבטיקות תבלת בהבטיקות, ידי עמים ונשארים, ישמחו השמיים תחת הארץ.
עירם הים ומלואו, ינוס עדי וכל אשר בו.
ירננו כל עזיה לפני
ישפוט בצדק אדוני מלאך תגל הארץ, ישמחו עם רבים ערפל סביבם צדיקים. וקרתי ללמותו ותחיל הארץ. לפני אדון כל הארץ יגיד בשמן צדקו וכל העמים כבודו, ירושו כל עובדי פסל.
שמה ותשמח ציון.
על כל אלוהים.
אוהבי אדוני סגורה, שומר נפשות חסידיו, מיד רשעים יצילם. אור זרוע לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה. שמחו צדיקים באדוני והודו זכר קודשו. מזמור שיר זכר חסדו לבנות ישראל.
זכר חסדו לבנות לבית ישראל.
הריעו לפני המלך.
ירם הים ומלואו, תבל ויושביה, נערות ימחוך יחד יחד, הרים ירננו.
לפני אדוני כי בא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק ועמים במשרים.
אדוני מלאך ירכזו עלינו ושגרו ותרות ארץ המצרים. קדוש שמך גדול בנו הקדוש הוא עוז מלך משפט טהר, אתה כונן במשרים שבט וצדקה ויעקב עשה עשי. חב לנו כבוד.
משה ואהרון בכהניו ושמואל בקורא שמו, קוראי אל אדוני והוא
בעמוד ענן ידבר עליהם, שמרו ענותם וחוק נתן לעמו.
אדוני אלוהינו אתה ניצב, הנוסע איתה להם ונוקם על עלילתם.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו
והשתחוו להר קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
Page 21 or 260. מזמור נהדר, הבו לאדוני בנאי, הבו לאדוני, כבוד ואור.
חבו לאדוני בהודות קודש.
כל אדוני על המים אל הכבוד יראים.
על מים רבים,
מים רבים,
כל אדוני
Shabbat, we have a very nice coming together of three important moments. One is Shabbat, the other one is Rosh Chodesh Adar. It's also Shabbat Shekalim. Shabbat Shekalim is the Shabbat in which we read a special section in the Torah, in the beginning of Parshat Kitisa, which talks about the census that Moshe was to conduct. He was to count all males above the age of 20, and all those people had to give a tax, and the tax was half a shekel. And it says in the Torah, "Ze itenu kol ha'over al ha'pekudim מחצית השקל בשקל הקודש." This is what everyone who is entered in the records shall pay, a half a shekel by the sanctuary weight. And it's puzzling that the text says, Zeitnu, this they shall give. Why not just say they shall give? Why this they shall give? So the Midrash elaborates, picks up on this anomaly in the text. And the Midrash in the Talmud Yerushalmi says, it says this because God showed Moshe a half a shekel of fire up in heaven and said, this is what they shall give. Something like this, a half a shekel, a coin that is burning in fire. And so the Hasidic teachers elaborate on this and they say, when we give, we have to give with fire. We have to give with enthusiasm. We have to give with all our being. We have to burn with the desire to give. Not just to give tzedakah, which we should give with desire, with fervor, with enthusiasm, but everything we give in our service, when we study, when we pray, when we encounter other people, when we work, when we serve, we have to do it with fire in our being, with devotion. These days, I find it difficult personally. I know many of you find it difficult as well. We sit in front of the computer for so many hours. Each day is the same as the day before, and there's a certain repetition. We don't go out, we don't socialize, we're not in community. Our lives have, for most of us, little variety. Many of us are alone. It's hard to find a fire. We're tired at the end of the day after so many hours of sitting in front of the computer, praying in front of the computer, working in front of the computer, meetings in front of the computer. It's tiring. It's difficult to find and to summon the fire that we need and that we are required in order to serve with that sense of devotion. And so we have to find it. We have to search deep inside. The fire is there, but we have to make an extra effort, particularly these days, and find ways in which we can just light that flame and bring it out and do what we do with that sense of commitment and devotion, dedication. Otherwise, our spirit will wither. Now, another commentator says, a Hasidic teacher, Rabbi Hanoch of Alexander, he notes, as many have noted before, that the word shekel has the same numerical value in Hebrew as the word nefesh. So what they are giving here, what every person is asked to give, in that case it was males above the age of 20, but today we understand that it's, if it were today, perhaps it would be everybody, would be asked to give half a nefesh. Why half a nefesh? Half a soul. He says because when we are created, what we receive is half a soul. The other half we have to build ourselves. We get from God half a soul, half a nefesh. The other one we have to develop and unfold and grow in our lives by our learning and our praying and our service. And so I want to join these two commentaries on this section in the Torah. The one that says about the fire and the other one that talks about the half a soul that we have to build and join with the soul that God gives us and make one whole soul. And I would like to join them and suggest that if we don't find the fire, we can't grow that half a soul that we're required to bring out. And so as we find the fire and serve with that sense of enthusiasm and joy, because now it's the beginning of Adar, we have to find the joy, to search for it, to force it out. Only then will we be able to grow the other part of our soul and make one complete and full spiritual being. And so I pray that we all, in spite of the challenges that we face and sometimes the loneliness and the lack of community, that we are able to go deep inside and find it nonetheless and build our spiritual beings as whole beings. The Chad of these on page 23, page 262 in Sim Shalom.
Cry
וזכות בדיבור אחד השמיען אל המיוחד
אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה בנפש שבת לקבלה מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה קומי צאי מתוך ההפיכה לך דודי לקראת קהלה שבת נקבלה התנערי מעפר קומי היי ראי היי אבאי לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי
היי על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי יאי נאי 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 קורבן אל נפשי גאלה יא נאי נאי יא אבאי לך דודי לקראת קהלה יא נאי שבת נקבלה
He
כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה ירדאי 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 לך דודי לקראת קנה ירדאי 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 שבת נקרא
ולא תקלבי, מבואת תשדוך עמי ומתמי, מבואת יחסו עמי עמי, בני ונטע, אילתי לני לך דודי ויחוי, לשבת נקרא והיו למשיסה שוסייך ורח הכל מבואייך יסיס עלייך אלוהייך קיצוש קטן על גלייך ויהי אור היי לך דודי ויהי אור היי לקראת Shabbat Kabbalat Yaminus von Tifrozi Be'atonai Ta'itzi Ayadish Be'barzi Be'smecha Be'na'id Be'na'id Shabbat Shabbat Kabbalat Boi v'shalom Gam besimcha uvetzona Tov emunei segura Shabbat Malka Halayla Oh Hay 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 lecha dodi Oh Hay 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 lecha kana Oh Hay 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 Shabbat Shabbat Mekabla Hay 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 Oh Hay 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 lecha dodi
מזמור שיר ליום השבת on page 27, page 266. We're joined for Magadlu. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. עלי עשור ועלי נר אליי היום בחינוך. כי שימחתני אדוני בפעולך. מעשה ידיך למד מגדלו.
מעשה חיה מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך לשמדם עד היד ואתה מרום לעולם אדוני כנר תרם קירם גם מימון צדיק כתמר יפרח כנס בלבנו נסגשת עולים בבית אדוני לחסול את אלוהים לבריחון
להגיד כי השהיה צהורי ולא המתה
הללויה אדוני מלאך גאות לבש אדוני עוזית הזר כי כל תבל בל תימות נכון כי שכה מאז מעולמת נשאו נרות אדוני נשאו נרות קולה נשאנו תוך ים מקולות מים רבים אדיר משברי ים אדיר במרום אדוני עדותיך נעלו מאוד לביתך נא בקודש אדוני אורך ימים הללויה יא נה נה יא נה נה
We turn now to the service of Arvit, which begins on page 39a in Lev Shalem, page 279 in Sim Shalom. If you're able to rise for Baruch Hu.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד
ובתבונה משנה את ימוך מחליף את הזמנים
ומסדר את הכוכבים
בלילה גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבטיח בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים. Page 40 or page 282.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו עמדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו קומנו נעשייה בחוקך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו בהם נגע יומם ולילה. דעתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובחומך, וקשרתם לאות ידיך ולטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם המזות ביתך ובישעריך וישמור תשמור.
ויאמר אדוני משה לאמור דבר בני ישראל ואמרת
אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ ישראל ואתם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
למען תזכו ועשיתם מלכות אותי ואתם קדושים אני אמת.
אדוני אלוהיכם
Amen. We turn to Michamocha, page 44, in Lev Shalem, page 290 in Sim Shalom.
ומלכותו ברצו קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל.
לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם
מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורתנו
מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה זה אלי ענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
יפדה אדוני את יעקב, גאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
We pray for peace. Hashkivenu, page 45 or page 292.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, העמידנו מלכנו וחסדנו שבת שלום תסתירנו כי את שומרנו.
ושמור צאתנו ואוהבינו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם.
ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום. ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל יושש ותבל ועל ירושלים ושמרו בין בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם אותי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה
אמן.
בעלמא דיברה כאילו תבימליך מלכותה בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן.
אמן.
יש מרב מברך לעלם לעל מעלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שם דקודשה ברכו לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן.
We spend some time in quiet reflection. This is a moment during the Amidah, which is on page 47 in Lev Shalem, or on page 296 in Sim Shalom, to find the nefesh, to find the soul, to see what fire is there, what quiet, what longing exists on this very special Shabbat, the Amidah. With the addition for Rosh Chodesh. beautiful nigun called the Baal Shem Tov nigun that we'd like to learn. So I'm going to invite Dan to just play it one more time. If it's unfamiliar to you, to just listen once and then sing along. It has 3 parts. We just did 2. So we'll pick them up over the weeks. And it's a nigun that travels, which is the hope of a nigun, to take us somewhere. And we have to let go in order to a little bit travel and find our way in this beautiful nigun.
In the fast nigunim, there's
true.
a powerful, powerful fire. Sometimes in these slower nigunim that build up, and wait until we get to the third part of this nigun.
Right.
The fire burns, the longing, the love, the depth. It just burns.
Should we have Don play the third part and just listen?
Yeah.
Don, will you play the third part?
I'm already past Shalom Aleichem, I'm past Kiddush, I'm having dinner.
It's like about the fire. It's like we always have a pilot light on.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just need a lift to flame the fire. So that nigun is a beautiful one. We hope we'll learn it well and that this sanctuary will be filled.
Imagine when we're all here singing
That's
this
what I was
together.
going to say. The sanctuary filled with song. Bimhera v'yameinu. May it come soon and in our days. Vayichulu, page 314 in Sim Shalom, page 53 in Lev Shalom.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ בכל צבאה, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון קונה שמיים וארץ.
מגן אבות בדברו וחיי ביתי ומעמדו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו.
המניח בעמו ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח להם.
לפניו נעבוד ברעב ופחד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד.
מעון הברכות אל הדעת אדון השלום, מקדש השבת וברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה לעבד ושני אוהלים, זכר למעשה בראשית.
אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, רצנה במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, ושימי חלקנו בתורתך. שבנו מטובך, ושמח נפשנו בישועתך, ותאר ליבנו לעובדך באמת, וינחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך. ואנוכו בכל ישראל מקדשי שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Kaddish Shalem, page 54, page 316. יתקדם יקדש שם לרבה ויעמד ימח ומיטב ימליך מלכותי וחייכון ויומכון וחייתך בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב יאמרו
אמן.
יש לעולם מברך, לעולם לעולם היה יתברך, וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמו לקודש ברכו, לאל אמין כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמיד עלמא ואמרו אמן.
אמן. תתקבל צלותון ואותון לכל ישראל, וקודם אבון ושמע אמרו אמן.
אמן. יש לברא בן שמעיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל אמרו אמן.
ונושא שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן.
Kiddush is on page 55 or page 318. We invite you to please rise if you have a cup of juice or wine or something else. You just have to change Borei Bria Gafen. Are you there too? Are you at Kiddush? You passed Kiddush already.
I'm past Kiddush. I'm already having dinner.
He's onto the scotch.
He's asleep already.
I already am in the Zmirot of Shabbat.
Ah, you're in Zmirot. Okay.
Sabri Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei Bria Gafen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava u'vratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim Kivanu ba'arta ve'otanu kiddashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'vratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat
L'chaim. We turn now to a Malach Hago Eloti, the beautiful blessing for our children and from the book of Bereshit, and praying that all of us have blessings.
Malach Hago Eloti Malach Hago Eloti mikol olam יברך את הערים ויקרב האש שלי בשם אבותיי אברהם ויצחק וידגו לנו
Simech Elohim kesara mivkara chevelaya Yesimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim u'Chemenashe Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'asem lecha Shalom. May we all be blessed with peace.
Amen.
Aleinu, page 56, or page 320.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שמות השמיים ויוסד ארץ משה וגדול בשמיים
אדוני הוא אלוהים השמיים ממנו תחת עינות על כן נקווה לך יכירו וידעו כל ישבת
ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We turn now to Mourner's Kaddish, which is on page 58 or page 324. We want to extend our condolences this Shabbat to Dale and Gary Birdstein and their children, Zach and Rob, and Max and Emily, and their grandson Asher, on the death of Dale's sister, Myrna Greenberg, to BJ's Chief Financial Officer, Don Ostrower, and Margie Ostrower, on the death of Margie's mother, Barbara Lefcourt, and to Toby Baldinger and her daughter Danielle on the death of Toby's uncle, Seymour Glass. We turn out to Kaddish, and if you're on Zoom and are marking a yahrzeit or in mourning, we invite you to unmute for Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'ama divrach v'yutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. B'gala uvizman kariv v'yamru Amen.
Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam Amen al-maya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'rechu. Le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'rechamata. Damiran be'alma v'yamru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru Amen. Oseh shalom leroha. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yamru Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom to everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Chodesh tov.
Chodesh tov.
We hope the simcha will marbim, that will increase the joy, that will be incumbent upon all of us to see how we can lift each other up and have a little also fun in the month of Adar for Purim. Tomorrow morning services are at 9:30 prior to the tefillah. If you'd like to join at 9 o'clock for Achana Tefillah for a preparatory singing beautiful liturgical poems with Roly at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow evening, Havdalah will be at 6:20. Arvit and Havdalah will be on Zoom. It's not going to be outside.
Correct.
It's going to be too cold. And tomorrow evening, actually, in the midst of this month of Adar, we have the privilege of having Reb Moshe Waldox, who's going to offer a historical and humorous overview over the origins of Jewish humor at 7 o'clock as part of our gearing up towards Purim. So we hope you'll join us at 7. All the information is on the BJ website. Sunday morning, Shacharit is at 9:30, and following Shacharit, the morning tefillah, we have the series of Torah from Israel. Once a month, we have a teacher from Israel who shares their Torah, and this month we have the great privilege of having a friend and beautiful teacher, Rabbi Dr. Rani Yeager, who many of you know. He is one of the founders and rabbis of Beit Tfilah Yisraeli and a teacher at the Hartman Institute. So he'll be teaching about the question of the upcoming Israeli election, an unexpected answer. So we'll be looking forward to what the unexpectedness is, since the elections keep on coming over and over. They seem pretty expected these days. Monday,
it's like the nigunim, you know, they have
true,
several parts and they never end.
It's true. It's true. Monday is President's Day. The office is closed, and Shacharit will be at 9:30. And I think that is it. Yes. And again, to gear up towards Purim, there'll be many opportunities. We've seen the email that went out on Rosh Chodesh, actually right before Rosh Chodesh, I think, the opportunities to bake hamantashen together, to learn together, and we really hope that despite the distance, that we won't dim the fire. Actually, Purim, the giving of Purim, both of Mishloach Manot and Matanot Levionim, giving is supposed to raise up the fire. It's not that we get the fire and then we give. Sometimes we actually have to give to find the fire. And so we really invite all people to consider how you can be giving. It doesn't have to be grand gifts, Mishloach Manot and Matanot Levionim, gifts to our friends and gifts to the poor don't need to be extravagant. It's just an offering of something. And so we hope we'll be in the practice of that on this Purim. And a week from Sunday, we have if the weather permits, we'll have a walk-through celebration here in front of 88th Street to also get us in the spirit of Purim.
I want to say that many people believe that because we are at home and we don't go outside, that people are exempt from costumes and dressing up. There are no exemptions.
And
on
pajamas
Zoom. We want to
doesn't
see
count.
everybody on Zoom in their costume.
Pajamas does not count. It's not a costume this year, pajamas.
And no digital mask or anything like that.
That's right. That's right. This is all the more so we need forums. So we hope you're gearing up. Page 73, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
בואכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי העליון, ממלך מלאכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
ברכוני בשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי בשלום, מלאכי העליון,
הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא, צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי העליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
May God give strength to God's people. Adonai Yivarech et amav v'shalom. May God bless all God's people with peace. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Chodesh Tov.
Shabbat shalom, Chodesh Tov.